What's up, lovely people? It's your boy Leslie K once again, and I'm here with another video. So, remember during my introductory video, I mentioned that I'm into farming, I'm into rabbit farming, and today's session is going to be spent on talking about agribusiness. So, how to start a lucrative agribusiness, or how to start a lucrative agribusiness venture, any of them, whether it's into the actual farming itself or adding value to the products that are produced from the produce from the farm, whichever selling farm inputs, and then probably other materials or resources that are needed in the farm. That's what we are going to be talking about. So if you are here with me, let's go into our video. So if you want to start an agribusiness, first of all, we have to consider which part of agric we want to venture into. Is it that we want to do the farming, and that is crop or animal production, or we want to support the farmers, so farmer support, provide them with the resources, the boots, the Wellington boots, the knapsack sprayers, the chemicals for spraying, maybe whether cocoa products or like weedicide, pesticide, all those things are also agriculture, like provide them with those resources, or sell products, medicine, drugs, vitamins, all those other stuff that farmers will need, especially for animal farming. So we have to know whether one, we want to enter into farming itself, either crop or animal farming, and then two, we want to enter into farming support. Okay, so provide support to the farmers, sell the resources that farmers need for either their animal farming or their crop farming, and then maybe the other ones, like the other peripheral ones, like feed sales. Production, it involves a lot of money, so feed sales and other feed items. So that's point one. Know the type of farming or the type of agribusiness you want to enter into. Secondly, or point number two, is you have to know your why. Why do you want to enter into agribusiness? I know most of the time we are into business to make profits. So the first point, of course, is I'm coming to make money. But wait, have you done your research? Have you asked questions? I quite remember there was this time a lady, a pensioner, wanted to enter into agric business. She had visited a poultry farm, she had visited other farms before she finally came to my rabbit farm, and then did some consultation. And I recommended her to another farmer. She went to the other farm. I even took her to another farm myself. She asked questions. She went to another farm. She asked questions, and then she was finally satisfied with deciding on doing rabbit farming. So, why do you want to enter into the agribusiness that you have chosen? You have to understand. You have to research. You have to consult, so that you weigh the options you have. You weigh whether you want to do actual farming, whether you want to do product sales, whether you want to be a middleman, where probably you are getting the produce from the farm to the final consumer. So that option is also available. Or it's very important that you conduct your research. It's very important that you understand your why. You understand why you're into business, so that you don't just jump into it and then within the shortest possible time you are out of business. It shouldn't be working that way. It doesn't work that way. That's how come you would also need a business plan. If you have a business plan, it gives you a direction on where your farm is going. It guides you so that you know that, okay, I projected that I was going to make money, this amount of money, X amount of money within year A, and I'm not making. What is going wrong here? I projected that I was going to use this approach for my marketing, and my marketing isn't going well. What am I doing wrong? So the business plan is for direction. It gives you guidance as to A, B, C that you are doing well or you're not doing well, that you have to do at every stage of your business, and then it guides you and provides you with a direction. Okay, so it's very important that we have a business plan. So another importance of the business plan is it gives us access to investors. So whenever an investor wants to invest in your business or wants to put money into your business, they want to see a business plan. They want to have a fair idea of where the business wants to go, a fair idea of how much you need, a fair idea of how much is going to come into the business. So they have to analyze the risk and the returns. They have to read your business plan, understand that you, the business owner yourself, as a member of management, you understand the business that you are into. So aside the business plan giving us direction for our business, it also helps us to fetch or get some investors. Point 4, we have to understand the market dynamics and how we are going to sell. Okay, so if you are into crop farming or animal farming, you have to know who you are going to sell to before you even start a business. Who you are going to sell to before you even start a business. So if I harvest my crops, where am I taking them to? Which market sells tomatoes or which market sells cassava? If my rabbits are ready or my poultry, my chicken is ready, where am I taking them to? Am I slaughtering them, dressing them, and then taking them to a cold store? Am I adding value by slaughtering and then dressing and grilling and selling? Am I doing any other thing myself, or I'm partnering with people to do that? So we have to understand, or we have to know the market, which people we are targeting. Are we doing social media sales? Are we doing recommendations based on word of mouth advertisement? We have to really understand what we are going to be doing with our business, so that I'm always like, you don't have to go and then you hit a block. I know business isn't straightforward. Business moves in a heavy way. You go, you learn, you relearn, and then you come back, you go back to the drawing board, you correct your mistakes, and then you move. But it's better that you have an effective plan so that you know what you are doing. It makes the business better. It makes the business better. Point number 5, now that you have decided on what you want to do, you have decided on whether you want to enter into crop farm, you want to enter into animal farm, you want to enter into agric support, you have to acquire your land or your shop. That's the shop if you are going to do agric support, and then your land if you are going to do animal farming or crop farming. With animal farming, most of the time you can do it in your backyard or at your backyard. With crop farming, if you want to do it a little bit of large scale, you don't necessarily have to buy a land these days. You could rent a land any part of Ghana, usually the Volta region, and then some parts of the eastern region. You could get a land for as low as 300 cedis. I think 300 cedis a year or so. It's cool. It's cool that you're renting, and then like 300 cedis a year, dear. I think most people can afford it, and you start your business. So if you're going to rent a store, I don't know how much it's going to cost to rent a store, but you could ask around and consider doing that. You could also run an online shop. Most these days, taking your business online is the best way. So run an online shop, join a couple of WhatsApp groups where farmers are, create a website if need be. There's a website like mykit.com. Yeah, I think mykit.com. I'll check it well. They sell like agri products from the scale and then stuff like that. So create a website like that. I have another website I buy from. They sell the rabbit feeders, the feed, the rabbit accessories, they sell the drugs, so stuff like that. There are people who also sell wire mesh. All those things are into agric support, and they are selling on GG, they are selling online. You don't necessarily have to have a shop. If you can afford renting a shop, you can do it. If you can't afford renting a shop and you can do an online business, go for it. It's all good. The world is evolving. Online businesses are ruling now, so it's better that you do that. Point 6, we have to get our stock now. Now we've done all the pre-trial, or before we start the business, we've done all the research that we have to do. We have our business plan, we have everything going. So we have to get stock. Okay, so if it's farming that we are going to do, whether crop or animal, with crop we need good seed or seedlings to start with. Rabbits, goats, or any of the animal farming, we need good breeding stock. So the breeding stock is also very important, so that you know if it's cotton wool, for instance. If you are using rabbits and you want to do rabbits for wool, you know the breed to use. If you want to do rabbits for meat, you know the breed to use. And if you want to do rabbits for fur, you know the breed to use. If you are doing goats too, you know there are goats for milk and then there are goats for meat. Ghana here, we don't really do goat production for milk, but it happens in other places. Then lastly, you have to register. Like, think about registering your business and move towards registering your business, because business registration is going to help you scale up. It's going to help you get access to any of the government funds that they provide, and the NEIP funds. I think starting in April. All those ones will require an investment. Although because you're going to invest in your business, they want to know They want to know that you have a business, a registered business, and then they can trust and then invest in you. So that's basically about it. If you want to start a lucrative agribusiness, these are points you have to consider. If you're able to consider these points, get your business plan ready, do your consultations, visit farms, get the guidance that you need, I'm sure you will start and your business will be a good one and will grow at the speed that you want it to grow. If today is your first time on my channel, you can hit the subscribe button, you can like my video. I would admonish that you share the video link with your friends, and then turn on my notifications. For now, I'm out and have a nice day. Bye.